answer right away. Can Mariam?
Yes, sir.
Can you open this session with a prayer?
Let us humble ourselves for a prayer.
Okay, please.
Oh, dear Father, I thank you for all the day. I thank you for the teachers that you've given us. Please, may you guide us through this lesson safely. May you be able to understand each and every word that's taught. And may we be able to remember them as we sit for our exams. In the mighty name we have prayed.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful prayer. I hope God has heard our prayer and is going to answer our prayer accordingly. Today, for those who have just joined us today, I'm happy to see Wesonga. Wesonga, hello Wesonga, can you unmute? Wesonga?
Yes.
I'm happy to be with you again here. I'm happy to see Bronia. Hello, Bronia.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you for attending.
Welcome.
I'm happy to see Michael. Michael.
What?
Michael. Okay, Michael. Even Shana is here. Shana.
Yes,
I'm happy to see you here, okay? Good. For those who have just joined us today, Daniel ALIRA, we are discussing sub-mathematics, one of the interesting subjects in A level. That is, it is called sub-mathematics. Those who don't know, one of the interesting subjects in A level is called sub-mathematics. Very interesting, more interesting, more than even the principal subjects. It is one of the subjects which I used to like most, and simply because it had only simple things, did not have hard things. So it's what we're discussing today. Our discussion had been on quadratic equations. We have been discussing quadratic equations where we talked about quadratic equation. We said that this is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a and b are constants, and the c is also a constant. So we looked at how to form a quadratic equation. We looked at how to form a quadratic equation. We looked at how to form a quadratic equation from given the roots, and also how to form a quadratic equation from the given what? From the given equation. Today, we are going to start a discussion on solving quadratic equation. That's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to see how to solve a quadratic equation. Good. Before we start on that, I believe that some people who could have already studied this, and so you're just making some bit of revision. And there are those who have not yet studied, so you're seeing it for the first time. We're all there. Can somebody remind us, like, briefly, the methods of solving quadratic equations? You can raise up the hand, then you tell me the methods of solving quadratic equations. What are the methods which you know? You can raise up the hand. Yes, even from O-level mathematics. Yes, light on.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. How are you, Lighton?
I'm fine.
Good. Are you giving us the method?
Yes, there's the quadratic method.
There is quadratic method. That's quadratic formula. Is sometimes referred to as bulldozer formula. Bulldozer method. Is there another one which you know?
The graphic method.
Graphical method, very good. And lastly,
I don't know the answer.
okay, fine. Can I hear from Rodrigo Del? Rodrigo? Okay, let me hear from Edgar. Come on. Edgar? Edgar? Edgar?
Coming back today.
Edgar?
Teacher.
Joining Omina.
Yeah, bear.
Oh, can you give us a method?
The one I knew has already been mentioned.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
The
So we have very many methods of determining or of solving quadratic equations. Factorization method, we have bulldozer method, we have completing square method, and then what we call to be graphical method. So all of them are examined here at A level sub-mathematics. All the four methods are examined, and so we need to have knowledge on all of them. So today we are going to see how to solve quadratic equation using factorization method as the first method. We're going to solve quadratic equation using factorization method as the first method. Allow me to share my screen with you as we begin on factorization method. Hope you're able to see on my screen. Are you able to see on my screen? Are you able to see on my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, fine. So for those who have just joined, this lesson is made possible by Edify Uganda. They're the ones who are doing each and everything for us. Edify their funding, and they're working hand in hand with the Christian School Owners Association. And the people behind the technology here is the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. We thank God for them. We also thank God for your parents for supporting you for sure. If it was not because of your parents, some of you would not even afford to be in this lesson. So we thank the parents, and also we thank you for being committed and also for being part of this. You know, many have messed up outside there. Many have messed up outside there, but for you, you have chosen the right path, the path of education. Please trust me, you'll see light at the end of everything. So keep working, keep strong, be courageous. Everything is going to be fine. For those who have just joined also, my name is Daniel ALIRA. That's my name. I like sub-math so much. That's why I chose to teach sub-mathematics with the senior pilots. And today we are discussing factorization method. Factorization method is the method which is used to solve quadratic equation. And today we are going to see how do we use factorization method to solve any given quadratic equation. We start by considering the equation which is given by ax squared plus bx plus c. We consider this equation which is given by ax squared plus bx plus c. Let me do this. Let me do this. I don't know whether it will work for us. Are you able to see on the board? Please let me know. Are you able to see on the board? Please let me know in the chat. Are you able to see on the board? With the writings on the board, please, writing on the board. Me, I want the writing on the board.
Yes, teacher.
So when you consider a quadratic equation which is given by x squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, are we able to see that? Are we able to see that? Please let me know. Okay, you're saying yes. So you're saying if you consider the quadratic equation a squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, and we want to solve that quadratic equation using factorization method, we do the following. One, we first get a times c, which is going to be a c. We get a times c. The coefficient of x squared and the other constant, we call it to be ac. In all cases, I call this to be the product. Then after getting that, we get our b also, I put it here. My b is there, I call this to be the sum. Now, after getting a times c, we look for two numbers. When you multiply those two numbers, you get AC. And when you add those two numbers, you're supposed to get B. Let me come again. If you are to solve any quadratic equation using using factorization method, you get two numbers. When you multiply them, you get A, C. And when you add those two numbers, you get B. Is that clear? Is it clear, members? Look for two numbers. When you multiply them, you get AC. And when you add them, you get C. You get B. So that's how we deal with B. Now, after doing that, let's say those two numbers are W and X. So these are the two numbers. Then these two numbers should be in such a way that when you multiply them, you get AC, and when you add them, you get B. Those two numbers should be in that order. Now, after getting the two numbers, which when you multiply, you get AC, and when you add them, you get B, you replace this sum, you replace BX with those two numbers. So we shall remove the all of this and then we replace with these two numbers. So we shall have AX squared plus W, then X plus X then plus C equals to 0. Then from there, you do the factorization. I want to use a numerical example to illustrate that. Let me use a numerical example to illustrate it. Let's look at easy number one. Solve the following equations by factorization method. And we have 2x squared plus good. Kana, Shana. Hello, Shana. Let me take light on.
Yes, teacher.
Can you read for us that equation? What is this equation on the board?
2x squared plus 5x plus 3 equals to 0.
Is it very clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Good. So we are solving this equation using factorization method, okay? If you have to solve this equation using factorization method, we get the coefficient of x squared. In this case, it is 2. Then we get the coefficient, the other constant, which is 3. This, which is the coefficient of x squared, and the constant, which is 3, we multiply them, we get a 6. Now, that's when you start asking yourself, you look for two numbers, when you multiply them, you get 6. But when you add those two numbers, you have to get 5. Let me come again. You look for two numbers, when you multiply them, you get 6. But when you add those two numbers, you get 5. Two numbers, when you multiply them, remember, how do you get the 6? We got the coefficient of x squared, which is 2. We multiply by the other constant, which is positive 3. We got the 6. So we look for the two numbers, when you multiply them, you get 6. And when you add them, you get 5. I'm giving chance to somebody. What are the two numbers? When you multiply, you get 6. But when you add those two numbers, you get 5. Yes, light on.
The numbers are 2 and 3.
Very good. The numbers are 2 and 3. So these are the two numbers. When you multiply, you get 6. But when you add them, you get 5. So after doing that, you multiply these two numbers by x. This is 2x, this is what? 3x. You remove the whole of this one. You remove the whole of this one and you replace it with 2x and 3x. So you shall have 2x squared, which is this. Then this one we are replacing with the whole of it. So it will be plus 2x, that is this is positive 2x. This is also positive 3, positive 3x. Then plus the other 3 should be equals to 0. So after getting those two numbers, when you multiply them, you get 6, and when you add them, you get 5. You replace this with those two numbers. Now, the moment you have replaced them, you will have 4 terms. You're going to get 4 terms. This is the first term, second term, third term, and the fourth term. Now, having got 4 terms, you group them into 2. You group the first 2 terms alone and the last 2 terms alone. So I'll come and say, these are the first 2 terms, I'll group them, and these are the last 2 terms, I'll also group them. I say, after replacing this by that, you'll get 4 terms. So after getting 4 terms, you group them. You group 2. So I group the first 2 alone, I group the second 2 alone. Now, after grouping, in each group, look for the common factor. In each group, look for the common factor in each group. So we look for the common factor in each group. So the common factor here What is the common factor here? What's the common factor here? Please raise up the hand. In this first two, what's the common factor? Yes, Michael. Michael?
Teacher, it is 2.
2. Michael says the common factor here is 2. Okay. Let me see from Adela Betty.
The common factor is 2x.
Very good. The common factor here is 2x. In 2, if I remove 2x from 2x squared, that means I remain here with only x. Plus, if I remove 2x from 2x, that means I remain here with only 1. Good. That is for that. Then the second bracket, what is the common factor in the second bracket? Okay, let me hear from Rodrigo. Rodrigo?
3.
Very good. The common factor here is positive 3, not only 3, but positive what? Positive 3. In 2, I remain here with the x plus 1. Close must be equals what? Must be equals to 0. Good. Now, after reaching there, what will happen is you will realize that there is again a common term here and there. You again get the common term here and the other side. So you again pull out that common term. So you shall pull out the common term. It is x plus 1 is here, x plus 1 there. We say x plus 1 is the common term. In 2, here I remain with the 2x. Here I remain with the positive what? Positive 3. I close this must be equals what? 0. When you reach there, you do the celebration. Why do we celebrate here? You are finished factorizing your things. And so, you're done factorizing. Your work is now to just say either the first bracket equals to 0 or the second bracket is the one equals to what? 0. Let me come again. You have two brackets now. You say either the first bracket equals to 0 or the second bracket equals to 0. So you say either the first bracket is x plus 1 equals to 0 or 2x plus 3 equals to 0. So if x plus 1 equals to 0, what is the value of x? Hello? If x plus 1 equals to 0, what should be the value of x? Hello? Yes, light on?
X equals to -1.
Very good, light on. X equals to -1. Good. If 2x plus 3 equals to 0, what is the value of x? Shana? If 2x plus 3 equals to 0, what is the value of x? Yes, Shana?
-3 out of 2.
Very good. X will be -3 out of 2. Therefore, x will be -1 or x equals to -3 over 2. Very good. Go to campus and study. If you want to be lawyers or you want to be engineers. Okay. So that's all we can go about with that. Is it clear? Okay.
Negative 3 out. Wishikana ningamba kufundira pale.
Strategy number 2. Strategy number 2 says solve the equation x squared minus 9x plus 20 equals to 0. We are still using factorization method. So if you use factorization method, what you do, you first get this coefficient. The coefficient of x is 1, and this constant is 20. So when I multiply 1 by 20, I get 20. So I look for two numbers. When I multiply, I get 20. But when I add them, I should be positive to get negative 9. Let me come again. You look for two numbers. When you multiply them, you get 20. But when you add them, you get negative 9. Two numbers. When you multiply, you get 20. But when you add those two numbers, you get negative 9. Michael is having those two numbers. Michael. Let me unmute you. Yes, Michael?
4 and 5.
Pardon?
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Let's check 4 and 5. Let's take 4 and 5. 4 times 5, 20. That is very correct. What about 4 and 5? It is 9, but not negative 9. Let me check on Shana. Shana?
Negative 4 and negative 5.
Oh, very good. It is negative 4 and negative 5. So let's take that. Negative 4 and negative 5. Negative 4 times negative 5, positive 20. Then negative 4 plus negative 5 is negative 9. That is correct. Good. Now, we say the two numbers are negative 4 and negative 5. So the two numbers are negative 4 and negative 5. So I replace the whole of this negative 9 with the negative 4x and negative 5x. You multiply this one by x. Those two numbers multiply them by x by x. So now this one will be x squared minus 4x minus 5x plus 20 to be equal to 0. I told you, after doing that, you will have 4 terms. So after getting the 4 terms, you group them into 2. So I count the first 2, 1, 2. I group these 2. Then the next one, 1, 2. I group them. So in the first one, you will have a common factor. In this case, the common factor is x into, here I have x only minus 4. Close. So here you pull out the negative. We want x to always be positive. So I will pull out negative 5. Instead of pulling out only 5, I pull out negative 5 so that this one remains at positive x. So it will be negative 5 into, if I put out negative 5 here, I remain with positive x. Then positive 20 divided by negative 5, that is negative what? Negative 4. Close should be equal to what? 0. So you can see the common bracket here, common bracket there. You pull it out, you shall have x minus 4 is the common bracket into here remain with x minus here is 5 must be equals to 0. Then either x minus 4 equals to 0 or x minus 5 equals to 0. So here x equals to 4 or x equals to 5. Therefore, x is 4 or x equals to 5. As simple as that. Is that clear? Is it very clear to us all?
Yes.
Good. I want to show you how to use the calculator. Do we have calculators? Is there anyone with a calculator there?
Yes.
Is there anyone with a calculator? Yes, Imi has a calculator. Imi? Where are you, Imi? Raise the hand again. Imi? Yes? You can unmute Imi.
Yes.
Do you have a calculator?
Yes.
Good. I want to show you how to use the calculator, okay?
Yes.
To solve such equation. Let me hope it's a scientific calculator, okay?
Yes.
Good. Now, if you have to use the calculator, we're going to use the calculator to solve this equation. You press Imi.
Yes, please.
You press mod.
I press what?
Mod.
Yes.
Press mod again until when you see equation. Until when you see E2N. Is that okay? Have you seen E2N?
Not yet.
Press mod again.
I don't see it.
You have not seen E2N?
On mode.
Yes, you press mod, okay? When you press the first mod, what does it bring for you?
Brings comp SD and reg.
Press again. When you press again, what does it bring?
Def, rad, and gra.
Press again.
Fix, psi, and norm.
Press again.
This DISP.
DIS. And it's only one. That calculator cannot solve it. It does not have it inbuilt, okay? The one you have, it needed FX either 991 or FX 100. Is that okay? Is that okay, Amy?
Yes.
Your calculator cannot solve quadratic equation using, just direct. Is there another person with a calculator?
No, it comes. No, my pencil.
Is there anyone with a calculator? There's no one with a calculator. Yes, Mariam. Mariam, do you have a calculator? Mariam?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a calculator? You have, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you press mod until when you see equation? Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
You have seen, right?
Yes, sir.
It is number 1. You press 1, okay?
Yes.
When you press 1, it will bring for you unknown 2 and 3. Not so? Is it bringing for you unknown 2 and 3?
Yes, it is 1, 3.
We don't want that. Now, on the calculator, we have this knob. I see this knob.
Pardon, sir?
Are you seeing this knob on the calculator? This one which I've drawn on the board.
Yes.
My network is poor.
Oh, sorry. But are you able to see this on the board?
Yes.
In the small
You press forward. You press this one. You tap on this one on the calculator. This one on this side, okay?
Pardon, sir?
I'm saying you press this one on the calculator. This knob, the forward one, this one. Have you pressed? Mariam? Mariam? Mariam is already muted again. Mariam, can you unmute? Mariam?
Yes.
Did you press the forward?
So I was not getting you. First repeat.
Where are you now on the screen? Where are you? What is on the screen? Oh, your network will not allow us for sure. It's okay. Fine. We shall do some time with somebody with good network. Then we all learn from there. So that is how we can solve equation using factorization method. I'm going to solve one more. I'm going to solve one more. Then I give somebody to try. I will solve x squared. It is x squared. X squared minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So if the solve is still use the same approach, we get the coefficient of this one, which is 1. That one is 2. So this is 2. So we look for two numbers. When you add them, you get 2. And when you add them up, you get negative 3. Two numbers, when you multiply, you get 2. And when you add them up, you get negative 3. What are those two numbers? What are those two numbers? When you multiply, you get 2. But when you add them, you get negative 3. What are those two numbers? Yes. Baby Adibella. You've taken your hands up, down. Yes, baby Adela. Yes, Adela. Okay. Let me check in the chat. Okay, Rodrigo says -2 and -1. Let's check. negative 1 and negative 2. That's why negative 1 is negative 2, it is positive 2, and then negative 1 plus negative 2 is negative 3. Good, thank you so much, Rodrigo. Even Michael says negative 1 and negative 2. Very good, you're all correct. Go to campus. Now, it is negative 1 and negative 3. So, I'll multiply this one also by x. So if I do that, I replace the whole of this one with the negative 1x and negative 2x. So this will be x squared minus x, then minus 2x plus 2 is equal to what? Is equal to 0. Then after doing that, we say you group into 4. 1 and 2. You group into 2, you'll have 4 terms. How big got the 4 terms, you group into 2. So here, there will be a common factor. The common factor is x. In 2, here we shall have x minus 1. I told you, don't be tempted to pull out only 2 here. No, you have to make sure that the coefficient of x, the x is going to remain in the bracket, must be positive. So for this x to be positive, we have to pull out the whole of this one, negative 1. We have to pull out the whole negative 2 in 2. So if I pull out negative 2 from here, I remain here with x. Then positive 2 divided by negative 2, you get negative 1. Should be equal to should be equal to 0. When these brackets are the same, you pull them out, you shall have x minus 1 in 2, here remaining with x minus 2 close equals to 0. So you say either x minus 1 equals to 0 or x minus 2 equals to 0. So here x equals to 1 or x equals to 2. Therefore, x equals to 1, x equals to 2. These are the 2 values of x. Is that well understood? Members, let me know. Is it well understood? Please let me know. Yes. Good. I want somebody to do for us one number. To do for us one number. I don't know who can put on the video. You put on your video, after putting on your video, you turn the camera to the behind camera, then you focus on the piece of paper. Who can do that? So that you can share your screen with us. Who can do that? Can somebody do that? You put your video on, you focus on the paper, instead of seeing you, we see on the paper. Can somebody do that? Okay, it's fine. If no one can do that, then you are going to do it. Likely you can do that, right?
Yes, I can try.
Okay, please. Now solve for us this equation. Are you listening?
Yes.
Do you have where to write?
Yes.
Okay, solve for us the equation 6x squared. Are you able to see the equation?
Yes.
It is what?
6x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals to 0.
Very good. Can you start? We want to see your screen. Okay? We are going to pin you. Remember, let us pin light on so that you can see on our paper. Light on, can you put the video on? And
it's saying that you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it.
Okay, let me enable it.
Drama. I can't believe you're busy. Can you believe it? What made her become so that's what happened to Parveen. And she went to the man's farm. You know that she never reported Parveen. But it was her.
Okay, you are not able to show your video because it has been disabled, but it's okay. Now what I'm going to do, just Solomon, you give us the answer, okay?
Okay.
All right, Solomon, give the answer. The rest, let us also solve that same equation, and we see whether we can get the answer.
There's some things I don't like. I'm tired. I'm learning O-level. This is annoying. I ever learned O-level work in Elto.
Light on. Light on.
Teacher.
Can you try to share again? Can you try to turn on the video?
Yes, I've tried.
Can you put on the paper? We want to see the paper.
Are you seeing it?
We are seeing you. At least there now. You have taken it away. There now.
Okay, there.
Yes.
So we get the factors. The number we can multiply to get -6, and we get the numbers, we add them to get -5.
Okay, two numbers, when you multiply you get -6, and when you add them you get -5, yeah?
Yes, and then so let me try to get those numbers.
Okay, try them.
Those numbers, you have -6 and 1.
-6 and 1. Good.
So then we do first weight.
It's okay.
6 squared, 6x squared minus -6x minus minus 1.
Is it -1 or +1?
Oh, +1 +1x plus 1
X
minus 1
plus 1x, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like that, eh?
Yes.
So as you said, we divide them into 2.
Yes.
And we get the common number.
The common figure, the common factor, yeah?
Common number here. One is
yes.
6x. The common one is 6x.
Yes.
So we shall say, open bracket, x minus 1.
Very good.
Then here we shall remove the common one. The common one is 1.
Very good, very good, very good, very good, Lighton.
X minus 1. It will be like that.
Okay, good, 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 good. We are seeing it very well.
Then after we shall get 2. Remember, these ones are common brackets.
Yeah.
So it will be, we shall first remove this one, x minus 1 and 6x plus 1.
Very good, very good.
Then we shall say either x minus 1 equals to 0 or x plus 1 equals to 0.
Oh, great.
Then we shall find the value of x here, which will be equals to 1.
That's good. For x minus 1 equals to 0, not so?
Yes.
Okay.
Then 6x plus 1 equals to 0. 6x plus 1 plus 1 minus 1 equals to 0 minus 1.
Good.
So x equals to negative 1. We divide both sides by 6. X will equal to negative 1 out of 6.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, Lighton. Very good, very good, very good job. Thank you so much, okay?
Welcome.
So that means that x is 1 and x is negative 1 over 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, can I hear from other friends of ours who could have got the answer? Please let me know in the chat. Can I hear from you? Shana, did you get the answer? Okay, baby? Baby?
Yes.
What did you get? Yes,
Negative
baby.
1 out of 6 and 1.
Very good. Negative 1 out of 6 and 1.
Negative 1 out of 1.
Okay,
I
good,
have
good.
a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Shana. Ask your question.
My question is,
Yes.
when I have a calculator, but when I get like, when I multiply like 2 times.
Shut up. No, because they answered so many questions here. You're passing. You're passing.
Shouting in your background.
Hey, Mama. Yeah?
Shana. Shana. Yes, Shana, you can talk. Shana, can you unmute? Shana?
Yes, teacher.
You were saying?
No, I've understood what I wanted to say.
Okay, please, fine, thank you. Baby, Adela?
Sir,
Yes?
I have a question.
Yes?
My question is, I have a calculator, but when I get like 2 times 3, it gives me 6.0 times 10. How do I remove this?
Okay, now you got the calculator. Is that okay? Are you hearing me, baby?
Yes.
You get the calculator, you press more, okay?
Yeah.
What does it got for you?
Comp.
And complex.
Yes.
Then press mod again.
Yes.
What does it brought?
D, reg, and base.
Press mod again.
Yes.
What does it brought?
Equation, math, CT.
Press mod again.
It has big red graph.
Press mode again.
CI normal.
You press normal. Normal is number what?
3.
Press 3. It has got for you 1, 2, right?
Yes.
Now press 2. Have you pressed 2?
Yes.
Multiply 2 by 6. Multiply 2 by 3 again. Can you multiply 2 by 3?
Yes.
Is it giving you the same thing or it has changed now?
It has changed. Thank you, sir.
Well, please, fine. So, you people, I'm going to send the work in Google Classroom. Make sure you do the exercises, okay?
Okay.
Fine, thank you. Have a nice lunch. Thank you so much. Goodbye for now. Nice lunch, goodbye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, see you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ofuse ko hostira kati nkyali.